Welcome to Grassroots Analytics Insider. I'm Julia, and today we're here with Denisha, who just got back from a Knowles adventure.
Yeah, I did.
Hi, Denisha. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Julia. Of course.
Yay. Okay, I'm so excited to talk to you about this. Can you tell us first about, how you got to Grassroots and just a little bit about yourself?
Ooh, coming to Grassroots, rewind about 4 years ago. I like to start where I came from first.
Yeah, sure.
So back in 2019, a little bit at the beginning of 2020, I was in Korea teaching English to students in elementary school.
Cool. Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I'm ready to go. So I moved back home back in 2020, all prepared to gear up for a career. I moved back. I don't know if you guys remember, but 2020 was very much full-blown pandemic.
I do remember, yes.
But the problem was back in November, I had to sign a contract saying that I'm not coming back. And then I said no. And then whisperings of COVID happened in December.
Gotcha.
So it was crazy. So I was at home unemployed. And I was like, wow, I should probably do something. So I got into the local politics because, Trump was something to behold during 2020 during that pandemic. And I was like, I want to get into politics to really see if we can do something. Mm-hmm. So I joined my local congressional campaign.
Cool.
We worked with Grassroots then. And back in the day, I was considered a rising star.
Oh my God. Yes.
She lost because I'm very much from a red district. And then after that, I started working on another campaign, Nina Turner's campaign in Ohio, her first run.
Cool.
We worked with Grassroots even more, and we got to try out a lot of the exploratory services that you guys were doing at the time, that we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
Lost again.
Yeah.
And then I came to work at Grassroots, and I've been here ever since.
Amazing. What a story.
Yeah.
That Nina Turner campaign was a wild ride. Yeah. And even on the Grassroots side too, it was really this time where we were trying to offer candidates and clients more, and you guys were really on the front lines. It was very cool. And then when you came on, you had started with, I don't know, one or two other people, which effectively doubled the size of the company at that time. And I was like, oh my God.
I was like, wow, there's 10 people here.
Cool. Okay, well, fast forward to now. Tell us about this Knowles trip you went on.
Yeah, so I went on a Knowles trip, which stands for National Outdoor Leadership School. I originally signed up for it, to be very honest. I wanted to learn how to sail. Back in a couple of years ago, I did I went on vacation for my birthday, and I refound myself of really loving boats.
Oh, cool.
So 2 years ago, I went to Puerto Rico, and I was on a sailboat.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I actually do want to know how to captain a boat.
Yeah.
So I was I came back from my trip, and I was looking around and what I could do to find a course of some sort.
Sure.
A free one, because we believe in cheap things.
Yeah, sure.
So I looked around. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find anything. I found this one thing in Old Alexandria in Virginia, but I couldn't figure out if it was real or not.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a phone number. When I called down to the docks, they were like, yeah, it exists, but we don't really know when they show up or what happens.
Oh my God.
So I was like, well, I guess this is it.
Yeah.
And then a year or two later, Danny offered this amazing opportunity to go through Knowles, and I was like, well, I don't really go outside, but I'll go check it out, see what type of adventures I got going on. So I scrolled through it, and then I saw there was a sailing one, and I was like, what? They'll teach you how to sail a boat? How serendipitous. So I applied for it.
Wow. Okay, great. I think it's so amazing that it came from this kind of older intention and thing that you had wanted to learn. I love that for you. Okay, so where'd you go? How was the trip?
So I went to Baja California in Mexico, which I learned later on because I really thought it was in California. And I was like, oh, this is fine. This is great. And then I looked a little deeper, and I'm like, that does not say USA. No. And it was in Mexico. So
cool.
I went to Baja California in the Sea of Cortez, where we learned how to sail. It was the women specifically. So it was all women during this very trying time of being outside for me.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds amazing. So how was the trip structured? Like, who was with you the whole time?
Yeah, so in total, there was like 13 of us. There was 3 instructors.
Okay.
3 instructors with 3 boats. And then there was 10 actual people that were learning, that were a part of the Knowles
gotcha.
Trip expedition,
right.
called it.
Right.
So the structure was, we get there a day before. They teach us how to pack out what things that we'll need from this giant equipment list that they created for us. And then we went to go get on a boat. No additional information to my understanding. Unfortunately, I did not arrive when I was supposed to arrive because of delays.
Yeah.
That always happen.
Love traveling in the winter.
Yeah. I was very much panicked that I wouldn't be able to go.
Oh my
and then
God.
I kept them updated. I was like, is it okay if I get there the next day at this time? Like, is everything cool?
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah, it's totally fine.
Great.
So I got there. We rushed through something that they did over the course of a whole day in literally like an hour.
Oh my God.
So that was packing my things, pulling out all my stuff from my suitcase, trying to figure out what I would actually need.
Yeah.
And then we left from packing our things and we went straight to meeting the people.
Wow.
Low-key kind of awkward. Being like, sorry that we delayed y'all trip, but we're here now.
Yeah. So was it just you that arrived late, or were there other folks?
It was me and another girl.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
So it was really nice. And I was like, I'm going to latch onto you right now because I don't know anyone else.
Yeah. And we're the late arrivals. So funny. Okay, so then you set sail. Wow.
Yeah, we did. So not the first day.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy. There was no wind on the sea, so we had to
not going anywhere.
Row for like 2 miles to the first place that we were staying overnight.
Okay.
So there was one girl who said I can do the whole thing, and she rowed us across the sea.
Wow.
An island. Very strong lady.
Okay, so these were boats that you were not like staying in overnight. You were traveling in them to camping sites.
Correct.
Okay.
They were a Drascum, which is like a 22-foot boat.
Okay.
It's fairly small, barely fit 4 people on there.
Wow.
So yeah.
So then there were how many people on each?
So since there was like an odd number, since there was 13 altogether, the first 2 of the sailboats had 4 people. Yeah. And then there was one boat that had 5 people.
Okay. The crowded boat. Mm-hmm. Sure.
They had 2 rowers.
Oh,
so.
Okay. That's nice though. The extra load.
Uh-huh.
And then what were the sites like that you were camping at?
Yeah, so they were beaches, but also we were in the Sonora Desert. So like beautiful place.
Yeah.
Literally having the literal sea and then looking back to see like the desert, and then like it was hazy because it's the desert.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous. So like some of the beaches that we stayed at were like really sandy, and like some of them were really gravelly, and most of the times the actual water of the beach was sandy. Wow. But then there were also a few in there that were literally nothing but rocks.
Wow. Okay. So that must have been maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable some nights. My first night, I've never been camping before. Oh, which is kind of crazy that I did this.
Yeah.
And we did something called cowboy camping. So we were not in tents. It was just me, my camping bag, my sleeping bag, a ground cloth, and a pad that was like this thick, and the rest of the world.
Oh my God.
So that first night was really, really rough because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had a rock that was shoved into my hip the whole night. And then I was really cold, which is kind of surprising. It's a desert.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, what are the temperatures like?
So like during the day, it probably went up to like 70 something degrees.
Well, that's not wicked hot.
No, it was not hot, but like the sun did not have clouds.
Yeah.
So it was like us in the sun.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were really warm, so you could actually go and swim, and the water was a bit warm as well, which was really nice.
Cool.
But at night, it dropped.
Yeah.
I am now very accustomed to like when temperatures actually change in the middle of the night.
Okay.
So like up to like 11, 12, it's a little warm. As soon as it hit 2, 3, and a little bit of 4, it's really cold.
Yeah.
So that first night I was freezing. Oh. But then I learned to make my legs into a burrito using something called fowlies, which are really heavy rain gear.
Oh, okay.
Foul weather.
Wow.
So
foul weather. Wow. Okay. So, Did you have any expectations around this trip before you went?
No, I literally had no thoughts.
Wow.
Like, I tried to read as much as possible. The only expectation I had was like, okay, so I'm going to learn how to do a boat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's exciting.
Amazing.
Outside of that, wasn't entirely sure where we were going because, like, the Sea of Cortez is actually really big and they didn't really tell you where you were going.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I know I'll be outside. So,
yeah.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Cool. Okay, so tell us about the other women in the group.
Yeah. So they were really, really nice people, which was not something that I was expecting.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, these are adults, people gone through things. So, like, you get in different types of personalities.
Sure.
But these people were very nice. And like I said, I never went camping before. So I was in a very vulnerable state.
Yeah.
But they made me feel so comfortable and, like, I had a little support team. Of like, yeah, you can do it. This is totally great. Like, you're amazing. The fact that you were able to do this, it's insane. I was like, is it? So they were, like, really nice. Every single time that I had questions about anything, aka how to be outside.
Yeah.
They were very nice and, like, really trying to make me comfortable as possible outside.
Wow.
So it really felt like an environment that I could, like, fail in. And as someone who likes to fail in private, it was really nice to have, like, a really comfortable set of people to make me feel safe.
That's really special.
Yeah.
What an experience. Do you think that you'll stay connected with any of them?
Oh, definitely for sure.
Okay, cool.
They live in very remote areas.
Yeah.
Like Montana, like really close to Dakota, Montana.
Yeah, wow, that's out there.
Yeah. So I definitely will be visiting them and keeping close connections with them.
Cool.
Especially the instructors because they were really cool people.
Wow.
There was one instructor, she has a nonprofit where she like does racing.
Wow.
Well, racing / like teaching people how to sail, but like in different countries.
Wow.
So like this summer, I believe she's going to France and she's going to have like a racing competition there.
That's crazy.
And then she's also been like Finland doing this.
Yeah.
And like she's based in Maine and she's really amazing.
Ooh, amazing. Wow. The sea and all those places. It just sounds so beautiful.
Yeah, it was really gorgeous.
Cool. Okay, so one of the things that you mentioned at the top is NOLS stands for National Outdoor Leadership School, and they really put an emphasis on this outdoor leadership. So what was that all about?
So at the beginning, I'm so sorry I don't remember the various forms of leadership, but there's like 3 or 5 forms of like leadership. And the one that I really connected with was like self-leadership.
Oh.
Because I'm very much a person that like goes out and do things.
Yeah.
No questions about it.
Sure.
And I never really think about myself within these environments when I do it.
Okay.
But since this was very much in like my rawest form, I could literally say very much outside of my comfort zone, that I really had to take in like self-leadership. Like, hey, Denisha, checking in. What could have made this a little bit better? Like, how could you have prepared this for yourself? Because I do believe that you should constantly put yourself outside of your comfort zone and like grow and do stuff.
Yeah.
But like within that growth, you should have or like bring something that really matters to you or like would make you feel comfortable or will rejuvenate you or like really center you. So like during this expedition, I learned it's my self-care in terms of like my hygiene and stuff like that. So like I wasn't supposed to, the person that was helping me like pack for this, she was like, oh, you don't need these wipes. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I need these wipes.
Yeah.
So like I brought like a face wipes and stuff like that and like brushing my teeth. So like and like my little placards to make sure I floss.
Yeah.
And like during that time period, I was really able to like recenter myself. And like really feel fully prepared for the day.
Yeah.
And you know, having a gorgeous view did not hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
Either.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
gosh. And I feel like it's one of those things that you're like camping on these like remote beaches. It's
very remote.
A view that no one else is getting.
Yes.
That's so cool and special.
Yeah.
So I would love to pull on that thread of something that you just mentioned about going out of your comfort zone. What does that mean to you?
So I feel like I go out of my comfort zone kind of a lot.
Yeah.
But never in like the physical way. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
When I say I don't go outside, that means I don't do very hard hikes. I've never gone camping.
Yeah.
I believe in sanitary things all the time.
Indoor plumbing.
Yes. I'm also a person that bleaches my dishes. Yeah. So like being outside my comfort zone was very much like we live by the sea.
Yeah.
So like where we brushed our teeth and cleaned our dishes, aka just rocks on our dishes.
Yeah,
was
sure.
Cleaning. I was like, oh, this can't be sanitary.
Right.
But I did not get sick. So like,
yeah.
I guess it is
sanitary.
Yeah. Or like sleeping outside. I like to be comfortable, preferably in a housed thing where I have walls or something covering me because it makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it was cowboy camping, so there was no structure.
Yeah.
Literally just me in the outside world.
Yeah.
And like also, I don't like fooling around with bugs or animals. Those are not my favorite things.
Sure.
I was amongst the bugs. There was one day that I woke up because it had rained. And we had like a tarp over us. So like I woke up, and as I was waking up and I was like coming back to my body, I realized there was spiders crawling all over me. And I was like,
cool.
This is my favorite. But here we are.
Yeah.
Or like when the first night we were talking about like how to prepare like our campsite, like where we were sleeping and stuff like that, or like where we're laying our sleeping bag. They brought a lot of emphasis to like there's scorpions and rattlesnakes out here.
Oh my God.
And I do not like snakes.
No.
I don't like them at all. And I don't like poisonous things. I don't care if a scorpion sting is similar to a bee sting. I don't want to be stung.
Right.
I don't want to be stung.
Yeah.
So I had a private conversation with one of the instructors like, okay, so how serious are we talking about like snakes?
Yeah.
And scorpions?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're not really around. It'll be fine.
Okay.
But that did not stop me and my anxiety.
Yeah,
when I
I
was
bet
sleeping,
not.
being like, what does that sound?
Right.
What is this? Was crawling up to me. There was one night that the stick bug like crawled onto my pad, and I was just minding my business. And and like this was like the 4th day in.
Yeah.
And they told us like, oh, don't worry about bugs or like animals because like they're more afraid of you. Like if you're making sounds, it's fine.
Right.
I was going hard packing my. They called it our closet, which had like all my clothes and all my stuff in.
Yeah.
I would just mind my business, making a lot of rustling sounds. I turn around because I was about to like fix myself to go to bed. There's like this giant stick bug
on my
pad, and I literally screamed. So like adjusting to the outside world.
Yeah, you're in their world now. Yeah.
Yeah, very much in their world.
Right. When I talked to Ben about his Nils trip, he went to Wyoming and did like a hike. He was talking about the same thing that you talked about, where like they would wash their dishes with sticks and rocks.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was always the person that would Google like, if I left a sandwich out for 2 hours, is it fine? And he was like, I didn't realize that like I was doing way too much and everything is just going to be fine in that department.
Yeah.
So do you feel better now? Like, are you going to bring any of those like cowboy camping habits back to your real life, or are you back to bleach?
So like I said earlier, I realize I'm allergic to this world, coughing and everything. So like I will continue to bleach my dishes.
Nice. Yeah. Fair enough.
But I'll be more chill about being outside.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Because you did it. You can handle it. Yeah.
So like if I go camping again, which I do plan on doing,
Amazing.
I'm not going to be too weirded out.
Right.
Because I'm just interacting with my own bacteria is what I learned. So it's fine. And like I said, I keep myself healthy.
Yeah.
And I bleach stuff. So.
And that's fine. Yeah. Cool. Okay, back to leadership. Did you learn something about what it means to be a leader on this trip that you didn't know before, in kind of like a leading other people context, not just about self-leadership?
Yes and no. In terms of like, oh, this is clearly one of my leadership styles, and no, because I've realized this about myself, but like I also realized no matter my situation, this is how I act.
Yeah.
So like I realized I very much do turn into like the mother of the group, so I'm making sure that it's a peer-to-peer leadership.
Gotcha.
So I'm making sure everyone else is okay. I'm making sure all things are getting done.
Yeah.
I'm watching everything, but then also I learned about myself, like it became more glaring about myself.
Yeah.
That once we have directives of doing things, I am now leading and making sure like the directives are being done. So like, or things to take into consideration that we need to think about as we're trying to accomplish this goal.
Right.
So like, I'm like, okay, team, this is the things we have to do. Who wants to do this?
Yeah.
How should we do this? This is how we should do it. So Yeah.
Right. Amazing. Do you think that you learned anything on this trip that you're going to kind of take into your work life now?
Yes, I feel more confident and like whole within myself. So like
Yay.
at the end of the nose trip, we had like our graduation or like our feedback session, and we're like, what did you learn about yourself? Like, what's going on? I honestly and totally feel like I can take on the world. Like, there's nothing stopping me.
That's so special.
I can do whatever, whenever, wherever.
Oh my God.
Doesn't matter. I can do it, have a grand time doing it,
yeah,
and come out on top.
Yeah.
So, like, that's something I come with less fear. So when I'm, like, doing things at, like, work or anything like that, when I usually, like, question myself or, like, ask questions and stuff like that, I will lead with more confidence in myself and not be weird.
Yeah. That is so amazing to hear. What a great outcome of this trip. That's amazing. Okay, why do you think good leaders are important?
Good leaders are important because, especially when you're like with people who don't really know what's going on, a good leader has a good communication style, and that's both explaining what needs to happen and like how to do things, but also checking in with people to make sure everything is right.
Sure.
Because when you're in the outside world or when you're out in the world, it's a dog eat dog world. Like anything could really happen.
So true.
But as long as you have like a leader that's like, hey, this is weird, but don't worry about it. Let's do this. Like, this is how we'll accomplish this goal. This is how we'll be able to do it. Don't worry about it. Like, it. Having a good leader makes the people that they're leading more comfortable and confident in how to do any and everything.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. I love this idea of individual leadership too. It's really interesting and thought-provoking. Okay, so another big part of Noel's trips is that there's no technology, right?
No.
So how'd that go for you?
Oh, it's totally fine. So,
okay.
My family is from Mississippi/Alabama. They live right on the border, and that's why I say both states. And with that, there is no internet, there's no signal, there's literally nothing.
Yeah.
And I visit my family quite often.
Sure.
So, like, I'm used to not having my phone.
Gotcha.
And that was totally fine. The thing that I realized, like, I do also turn to it a little bit more than I would prefer. One of the ones is TikTok. I realize I do too much of that. But I have not been on TikTok since then.
Oh.
Which has been really nice.
Cool.
So, like, in terms of not having technology, it was really nice not having something to, like, turn to all the time. And then also realize, like, how much it was affecting my sleep.
Yeah.
Because my wind down was looking at TikTok.
Sure.
Now it's no longer looking at TikTok. And I actually go to bed. Which is really nice.
No. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you like, anything, beneficial from your phone that you really miss looking at?
Beneficial, yes. I like to research and look into things.
Yeah.
And it also helps me with, like, remembering things.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, I did have my handy dandy notebook all the time. But, like, some of the things, such as, like, drawing the boat and saying, this is what this is. Or, like, this is what this knot is, and having, like, a picture of it.
Yeah.
Like, I need the combination of the visual along with the actual words.
Totally.
So, like, that's when I would turn to my I wish I had my phone when I was there. Another time is I woke up in the middle of the night because I had a dream. I'm never going to beat the allegations, but I had a dream that Beyonce retired.
No.
And I panicked in the middle of the night. Like, I saw, like, her last few albums go through my mind, and I even had, like, a visual of what her third album is going to be a part of this act. So, like, I was in a panic, like, no, she can't retire.
Yeah.
I could not turn to my phone in the middle of the night at that time, so that was really sad for me.
Right.
But other than that, I did not worry about my phone, which has kind of caused for me now to forget a lot of different things in general that I should have on my person. Such as my phone. I should have that on my person sometimes, especially when I leave.
Right. Oh.
But I've been forgetting about her, and that's
okay. Something you realized. Yeah. Interesting. And so do you think that the lack of phones on this trip contributed to how the social situations were with the other women?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Like, we were very much forced to talk to each other. There wasn't why am I hiding in the little corner?
Right.
I'm scrolling through my phone.
Exactly.
It was very much interacting all hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see how that would be both good and bad.
Yeah, as an introvert, I was looking forward to when we finally split our ways in the airport and I could just be by myself.
Yeah. How long was your whole trip?
So I left to go on the 29th of November.
Okay.
And I got back here on the 9th of December.
Oh, that's long.
Yes.
Yeah. And how many days sailing?
7 days. No, it's an 8-day trip. So I feel like it's like 7 days sailing, 6 nights sleeping.
Okay. Would you recommend this trip to other people?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Especially like how I said I came out feeling like I can literally do whatever, whenever, whatever.
Yeah. Incredible.
I feel like everyone should feel like they're on top of the world.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, they don't come out with like a top of the world. Like I said, I believe you should get out of your comfort zone.
Uh-huh.
But also, nose is pretty great. Like I said, I learned how to sail a boat. And if you pull out a Drascum or a laser, I got it. Survival.
Cool. Yeah. Are there any other stories that you want to highlight about your time in Baja?
Other stories. I guess just a general thing.
Yeah.
Baja is absolutely gorgeous.
Amazing.
It is also very diverse. But also, I feel like I went on a very rare time. Almost every rare thing that could have happened.
No way.
In terms of the natural world.
Okay.
So, it is the desert. The desert means there's no rain.
Yeah.
It rained a lot, not while I was there, but like in coming up to my trip, it rained a lot.
Yeah.
So the desert was green. Like it was lush, it was pretty. There's cactuses and stuff like that. It was absolutely gorgeous. So like it was a green desert. While we were there, we saw a meteorite literally come straight down to the earth, which was really cool.
That's crazy.
We also got to see bioluminescence as well in the ocean, which was really cool. Yes, you'll see dolphins, but will the dolphin get like 2 feet from you and you could also almost touch it? No, but these dolphins did all the time. And then there was a sea lion we got to see.
Oh my gosh.
And then I don't think this is rare, but like it was rare for me. Seeing a moonrise, like a full moon moonrise, gorgeous.
Yeah.
But then also at the end, as we were sailing / rowing back to our base camp, a gray whale in this very shallow bay started like coming in and out. And so I saw a whale.
That's crazy.
And it was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
So I loved it so much.
Yeah. That's such a special time. And like, I'm so happy that you went on this trip. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So on this podcast, we talk about the GA pillars. They really empower grassroots staff to do their best work here.
Yeah.
So what pillar does this trip represent for you?
It's the climb. I really like that one.
Nice.
So, never been camping. It was the climb to learn how to camp, but also become comfortable in camping.
Yeah.
It's the climb and learning how to sail a boat because sailing is a different language.
Yeah.
They are using different vocabulary and words that literally doesn't make sense. I respect pirates a lot more. So like it's absolutely learning something completely different, and it's learning not in a classroom.
Yeah.
It is learning literally in the field, doing it right
By doing, sure.
And I like to sail in private.
Yeah.
So the climb of getting over that was something that was needed for me.
Yeah.
Along with like learning this completely different language was also really cool. So it is literally the climb, and now I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
Everything is magical.
Oh my God. And we can so hear it. Like the confidence that you brought back is just so infectious. I love it. Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about this trip.
Of course.
I am so thrilled by your experience and your stellar recommendation for the Knowles Adventures.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Denisha.
Of course. Thank you for having me.